welcome back to the MTA YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. Week 3 of the August season is about to get kicked off and underway. 16 of the fastest diecast monster trucks are ready to rip, roar, and let it fly here in tonight's matchup. Looking at the first half of round 1, Barely Tame to take on 𝐾𝐨𝐬𝐫𝐞, 𝐷RAGONOID takes on 𝐿 Iron Man takes on the Junkyard Dog, and Zombie will go one-on-one with 𝐸𝐿𝐫𝐷 the Legend. That is the action that gets us started here in the first half of round 1, and there you see the defending champion, Violet Craddock, Monster Mutt Poodle, looking to hang on to that championship flag. Right now we're getting round 1 action kicked off. The longtime MTA veteran Bradley Graham returns here tonight. 𝐾𝐨𝐬𝐫𝐷 ready to go on the outside lane. He's going to be taking on another longtime veteran, that's Gavin Waddell, making his ride known as Barely Tame over here on the inside lane. Both trucks staged now in round 1. The green light will drop down now. As we go down the straightaway, we got a good race up and over the cars. Now they make contact, and it looks like Gavin Waddell and Barely Tame is going to take home a victory over Bradley Graham and 𝐾𝐨𝐬𝐫𝐷. We're going to go back and check out our MTA replay. It was a close shootout all the way down to the wire. Side by side now, down the straightaway. They go up and over the first jump. Watch 𝐾𝐨𝐬𝐫𝐷 go towards the inside of the track. He makes contact right there with Barely Tame, and Gavin Waddell will take home a round 1 victory over the longtime veteran Bradley Graham and 𝐾𝐨𝐬𝐫𝐷 here tonight. So a lot of drama to get us started here in round 1. We're going to be moving right along in the action though, however, because next up at the line is going to be returning Wade Keller. He made his MTA debut at the top of the August season. 𝐿 ready to go on the outside lane. He's going to be drawn up against none other than the Monster Mania 5 champion from a couple of years ago, a longtime veteran, Aaron Church, right here tonight, and Bakugan 𝐷RAGONOID trying to do better this go around in week 3 of the August season. The green light drops down. Church got a lead on him now. Up and over the first jump, and 𝐷RAGONOID not taking any punches. He takes home a win here tonight over 𝐿 𝐷RAGONOID has been slacking most of the season, and Aaron Church just put it to the wood. He moves on into round 2 competition. Next up here tonight, another driver out of the Backyard Beast race team, Ryan Davis, and the Junkyard Dog ready to go looking for a big time win. He's going to be taking on Liam Howington and the Iron Man ready to go on the inside lane. Been with us for almost a year now. He's done good in that truck. Let's see what he can do against the JYD. Here's the green light now off the line. They go. Good race so far. Side by side over the first jump now. Iron Man in trouble right in no man's land, and Junkyard Dog will get a win here tonight over the Iron Man machine. As we go back down and check out a replay, I want to say the body started to come off of Iron Man. Watch him closely as he goes up and over that first jump right here. They're going to launch over the first set of cars. Iron Man a little crossed up. You see the body starting to hop along on the chassis, and Junkyard Dog will take home a big time win here tonight over the Iron Man machine in round 1. Next up here tonight in round 1, however, is going to be the return of a fan favorite. It's your boy Shaggy back here tonight. 𝐸𝐿𝐫𝐷 the Legend ready to go over there in the orange lane. He's about to go one-on-one with Preston Hurd and Zombie. He took home the championship after the July season and brought the flag into the August season. We'll see if he can get back in the victory lane here tonight over the Legend. Here's the green light now, and off the line they go. The Legend got a big time hole shot. Zombie trying to play catch up on the big end, and they make a little bit of contact across the finish line, but your winner is going to be your boy Shaggy, 𝐸𝐿𝐫𝐷 the Legend, on the outside lane. Again, the Legend got the hole shot coming down that straightaway. Preston Hurd and Zombie now trying to make up the ground. Gets a little bobble right there off the transition, up and over the first jump, and again right there making contact with 𝐸𝐿𝐫𝐷 the Legend, but nonetheless Matt Cheever is your winner in round 1. That was the first half of round 1, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the second half. Crash Test Dummy takes on Wreck Deck, then Taz will go one-on-one with Dragon. Airmail back here tonight, made it to the finals last week. He takes on Son of a Digger, and then no problem, Mike Lanford behind the wheel taking on the Monster Mutt Poodle with the championship flag on the line. We'll see if Violet Craddock can hang on to the flag going into round 2. But right now we're taking a look at Kieran Adams out of the K&J Motorsports Race Camp, the Crash Test Dummy over there. He's now taking on the new kid on the block, Ernest Joseph, in the all-new Tech Deck Wreck Deck in the blue lane. Both trucks now staged. Who moves on to round 2 action? Crash Test Dummy and Tech Deck. Here's the green light off the line. They go. Tech Deck's got a lead on it now over the first jump, and Ernest Joseph making easy work of the veteran Kieran Adams, and Crash Test Dummy was trying to close the gap on the big end, but Ernest Joseph and Tech Deck Wreck Deck got the big time championship win in round 1 over the Crash Test Dummy. Next up here tonight, we're taking a look at Christopher Allen. Anybody remember the week 1 of the August season crash he had? Dragon is now back over there on the outside lane looking stronger than ever after last week. He's now taking on Mike Lazecki, the new kid on the block, in the Taz machine ready to go inside of the blue lane. Both trucks are staged. Here's the green light off the line. They go side by side. A good race so far. Up and over the first jump, and Taz, Mike Lazecki putting the wood down. He will get the big time win over the Dragon machine. It looked like Christopher Allen got a little crossed up on the outside of the track. hitting the van stack, and that gives Taz the round 1 victory. Next up here tonight in round 1, however, is the return of Ethan Wagner. Had a hard crash last week after the finish line. He's back at Son of a Digger to take on the man who made it to the finals last week, coming up just short. The new kid on the block, Tyler Medley, and the all-new 𝐿_𝐫𝐿 on the inside lane. Here's the green light now. Son of a Digger and 𝐿_𝐫𝐿 off the line. Side by side they go. A good race. 𝐿_𝐫𝐿 pulled a slight lead, and it's not going to be enough for Son of a Digger as 𝐿_𝐫𝐿 turns it over in the shutdown area. What a matchup it was. I don't know what Tyler Medley was doing after the finish line. Got crossed up on that bus stack. We're going to go back down and check out our MTA replay. And again, it looks like 𝐿_𝐫𝐿 has a slight lead on the inside lane. Son of a Digger hanging right there with him. They go up and over the first jump, and right here, 𝐿_𝐫𝐿 just shoots it to the finish line, getting a win. And then he crossed up right there on the bus stack inside of the shutdown area, rolling the truck over. And now we're getting word right now that our MTA track crew and officials are down there getting ready to turn him right side up, and it looks like he snapped off the left front tire. So that is not good. We're going to be having a pit update later on tonight for the 𝐿_𝐫𝐿 machine. Hopefully they're going to be able to come back at 100% to continue the season on in round 2 here tonight. But there you see the damage done to Tyler Medley's 𝐿_𝐫𝐿 after round 1 competition. But right now we're getting ready to close out round 1 action. Mike Lanford in the no problem Ford Bronco. He already took home a championship win this season. He's now taking on defending champion Violet Craddock inside a Monster Mutt Poodle. Over here on the inside lane, both drivers representing the K&J Motorsports race team. A teammate rivalry. The green light goes down off the line. They go. No Problem's got a lead on the outside. Here comes the Poodle now on the inside, and Violet Craddock gets a big-time win over her teammate Iron Mike Lanford in the no problem Ford Bronco. As we go back up and check out our MTA replay coming off the line, Iron Mike Lanford and No Problem got a truck length lead over the Poodle. Watch now as they go up and over the first jump. No Problem starts to squirrel up right there in no man's land. A hard shot for Monster Mutt Poodle, and it's going to be Violet Craddock in the Poodle taking home a win, keeping the flag on the back of the truck as we advance on into our round 2 competition. And here's how that's going to be breaking down, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be the return of Barely Tame taking on Dragonoid, Gravedigger the Legend to take on Junkyard Dog. Other side of your bracket, Tech Deck Wreck Deck takes on Taz, and then 𝐿_𝐫𝐿 takes on Monster Mutt Poodle in a rematch of the finals from last week. But before we get there, the crews are down here thrashing on 𝐿_𝐫𝐿. If you remember just earlier tonight, moments ago in round 1, Tyler Medley turned the truck over in the shutdown area. They are working to get that tire mounted back onto the truck and see if he's going to be at 100% to make the call for round 2. We got a lot of drama going on down here in the pits. Hopefully we'll see them back at the starting line to take on the Monster Mutt. Everybody wants to see the return match for the flag. Can it happen? We're going to find out. But right now, kicking off round 2, Gavin Waddell returns in Barely Tame, taking on another longtime veteran, Aaron Church, Bakugan Dragonoid. Neither driver has had a good season so far. One of them's going on in the semifinals here tonight. Who's it going to be? Barely Tame and the Dragonoid. Green light drops down off the line. They go side by side. Barely Tame with a slight lead. Here comes Dragonoid on the big end. And Aaron Church will take Dragonoid in the semifinal action for the first time this season over Gavin Waddell and Barely Tame. A great race with the Dragonoid just edged him out down there on the big end. Next up here tonight inside of round 2 action, it's going to be the return of Ryan Davis in the Backyard Beach Junkyard Dog, ready to go on the outside lane. He's going to be taking on none other than your boy Shaggy, Matt Cheever, Gravedigger the Legend. He rolled the truck over 3 times in week 1. He kept it on all 4s last week. Can he find himself in semifinals here tonight against JYD? Here's the green light off the line. They go. A good start for both drivers. Up and over the first jump now. A good close race. Way too close to call up here in the booth. And Junkyard Dog now will take it down to the wall over Gravedigger the Legend here tonight inside of round 2. We got to go back and break down our MTA replay and see who took home a round 2 victory. Here, Gravedigger the Legend on the inside lane with a slight lead over the JYD. Up and over the first jump now. It's going to be a shootout right here through no man's land over the final set of cars. And Matt Cheever, Gravedigger the Legend, will edge out the Junkyard Dog by a nose here tonight in round 2. So your boy Shaggy, Matt Cheever, Gravedigger the Legend will advance on into our semifinal competition here tonight. But next up here in round 2 action, we're taking a look at the new kid on the block. Ernest Joseph in the Tech Deck Wreck Deck, already won Thunder Championship in his short resume, will now take on Mike Lazecki in the Taz Machine, ready to go in the blue lane over here on the inside. One of them going on to semifinals. Green light drops down now off the line they go. They're pretty much even down the straightaway. Over the first jump, Taz out of shape, but it looks like he got the victory over the Tech Deck Wreck Deck down there on the big end as he shoves it into the sea container down there. Looking back at our photo finish, your winner is going to be Mike Lazecki by a tire length over Tech Deck Wreck Deck here tonight in round 2. But now it all culminates to this, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler Medley and team have got 𝐿 back together. He is going to be taking on defending champion Violet Craddock and the Monster Mutt Poodle, ready to go on the outside lane. The flag will be on the line here in round 2. Does 𝐿 have redemption in the tank to take out the Poodle here tonight? Poodle got the better advantage of him last week. Both trucks stage. Here's the green light off the line. They go side by side. A good race up and over the first jump now. Shoot out to the finish line. What a matchup. They make contact in the shutdown area. An incredible rematch from last week's finals. And it looks like 𝐿 may have gotten the upset here tonight over the champion. Looking back at the replay. 𝐿 on the inside lane with that slight advantage. Here comes the Poodle, not giving an inch through no man's land. Shoot out over the final set of cars. And Tyler Medley gets his redemption over Monster Mutt Poodle here tonight by about half a truck. What an awesome showdown it was, and 𝐿 gets a little bit of revenge over last week's final round upset over Monster Mutt Poodle. An incredible job, but that means we're going to be crowning an all-new Thursday Night Thunder champion here tonight. Semi-final action is coming at you. Dragonoid Aaron Church will take on Matt Cheever, 𝐵𝐵 the Legend, in a veteran showdown. Other side of your bracket is going to be the battle of the new kids on the block. 𝐬𝐻𝐫𝐷𝐾 and Taz will take on Tyler Medley and 𝐿. Those crews thrash to get that truck back together. He's showing up and showing out in semifinal action. But right now, to get us started, Matt Cheever returns tonight. 𝐵𝐵 the Legend on the outside lane, taking on Aaron Church and Dragonoid. Both drivers want to make it to the final round showdown here tonight, week 3 of the August season. Who's it going to be? Green light's about to drop down now off the line. The Legend's got a hold shot. Dragonoid trying to make up the ground on the big end, and it's all Matt Cheever. 𝐵𝐵 the Legend will secure a spot in the final round of week 3 in the August season. Let's go back up and check out our MTA replay, because that was way too close to call. It looked like 𝐵𝐵 the Legend, but we're taking another look right here. They are pretty much even as they go up and over the first jump. Slight lead to the Legend on the outside over the final set of cars, and right there, Matt Cheever, 𝐵𝐵 the Legend, is your winner over Bakugan Dragonoid here tonight. So Matt Cheever and 𝐵𝐵 the Legend will advance on into the final round showdown. The question remains, who will he meet there? We just saw Tyler Medley get his revenge over Monster Mutt Poodle earlier tonight in semis. They've also suffered a round 1 crash, which resulted in damage on the truck. He's now taking on 𝐬𝐻𝐫𝐷𝐾 in the Taz machine. One of them's meeting up with 𝐵𝐵 the Legend in the final round showdown. Both trucks are staged. Here's the green light down the straightaway they go. We got a good race up and over the first jump. 𝐬𝐻𝐫𝐾 in trouble, and 𝐿 secures a spot back in the final round this week over Taz in this semifinal showdown. What a matchup it was. Tyler Medley on a vendetta to get back to the final round showdown, and he indeed got his spot. Looking back at the replay, they were even, but right here over the first jump, 𝐬𝐻𝐫𝐾 and Taz got a little crossed up, shot towards the inside of the track, and it was all Tyler Medley inside of 𝐿. So that, ladies and gentlemen, will set up our final round showdown. Don't go anywhere. 𝐿 takes on 𝐵𝐵 the Legend. The finals are next. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it all comes down to this here tonight. Week 3 of the August season, we are going to crown an all-new Thursday Night Thunder champion. Last week, Tyler Medley and 𝐿 made it to the final round showdown, only to lose out to Monster Mutt Poodle. Tonight, he is back in the final round to take on a long-time MTA veteran, your boy Shaggy, Matt Cheever, 𝐵𝐵 the Legend on the inside lane, looking for his 4th Thursday Night Thunder Championship. Is tonight going to be the night? Ladies and gentlemen, both drivers are staged up and ready to go. Who will take home tonight's win? 𝐿, 𝐵𝐵 the Legend. It's showtime here tonight on Thunder. Now down the straightaway, off the line, side by side. The Legend's got a slight lead, but 𝐿 made up the ground on the big end, and over he goes for the second time tonight on the outside lane. Tyler Medley and 𝐿 has turned it over in the shutdown area, but how about the ride out of 𝐵𝐵 the Legend? Matt Cheever putting the screws to the floorboard here tonight. Let's look back at the replay. Off the line they go. 𝐵𝐵 the Legend with that slight lead on the inside lane. Up and over the first jump, Tyler Medley, 𝐿 airs out that bad boy over the final set of cars right there at the line. 𝐿 will get the win by about 3/4 of a truck over 𝐵𝐵 the Legend. An incredible final round showdown here tonight. And again, we think Tyler Medley and 𝐿 was on a vendetta after coming up just short in last week's final round showdown. But ladies and gentlemen, give it up for his very first Thursday Night Thunder Championship win. Your winner here tonight, Tyler Medley, 𝐿. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for joining us week 3 of the August season. We hope you enjoyed the show, and if you did, be sure to comment down below your favorite part about tonight's show and what you'd like to see in the future here on the MTA YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back next week to close out the August season. Be sure to crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road.